Well. Good afternoon, YouTube. This is your Daily Stoic with your host, Jeffrey. I got a sunburn. McCabe, look at that. I was outside all day yesterday I was in a music video. Be out within a month, I guess, or so. I'll keep y'all motherfuckers posted. But yeah, I got some sun. It was nice out yesterday. My head hurts, bro. Because I got the braids in, I wasn't wearing a hat. I usually always wear a hat, so this part of my head doesn't see sun too often. But it burns. Ooh, look at the braids are getting. Might have to pop these out tomorrow or something. Anyways, this is your Daily Stoic. As always, reading the Daily Stoic, 366 Meditations on Wisdom, Perseverance, and the Art of Living by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hasselman. Like I say every single time, if you don't know what Stoicism is, get out of here. Go Google it. Do some research. It is an ancient philosophy that has stood the test of time about controlling your emotions, using your reasoned choice, and all around just being a good person, which I think it's misunderstood a lot of times of just being like an emotionless thing. It's not being emotionless, it's knowing how to control your emotions, how to control your reactions. I find it super useful in my life every day to day. I've been a better person since I discovered it, and I'm hoping that I can spread that to other people who don't know about it, and that's why we're here. My intention is to do a video every day for the 366 meditations. I think I've already missed maybe 2 or 3. So we'll see what the count is at the end of the year, how many of these videos I accomplish day to day. Yeah, we're going to keep it rolling. And I know my one buddy was like, "Man, you're really going to do that every day? You're not getting a lot of views?" I was like, "I don't care. I'm going to be out here. We're going to do it." Who knows? Maybe the channel will grow one day. Maybe it won't. But that's not going to change the mission. Right? When you set your mind to something, try to go and accomplish it, right? This will be a quick video. I am getting ready. I have to get ready for work. I'm working nights. Oh. Let me tell you something, bro. Shift work sucks so bad, dude. Like, I'm grateful I got a good job. You know, don't get that wrong. But man, let me tell you, if they're like, "Yo, you can get off nights and take a few bucks less an hour," I'm all over it. I fucking hate nights, bro. Hate working nights. Period. End of story. Yeah. Like right now, I'm like, fuck. I had a big old nap. I do like napping, but I'm tired. I don't like nights. But nonetheless, here we are. We got to go to work. You got to do what you got to do. April 18th. Opinions. Oh, happy Good Friday. It's Easter weekend. Hope everybody's enjoying some time with family. Well, I go to work all weekend. Gay. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay. Can't even say stuff anymore politically correct. Opinions are like ... What is bad luck? Opinion. What are conflict, dispute, blame, accusation, irreverence, and frivolity? They are all opinions, and more than that, they are opinions that lie outside of your own reasoned choice, presented as if they were good or evil. Let a person shift their opinions only to what belongs in the field of their own choice, and I guarantee that person will have peace of mind, whatever is happening around him. Epictetus Discourses 3.3, 18b-19. These books got to be crazy to have, to be labeled that way. I got to go check them out. Opinions. Everyone's got one. Just like assholes. Isn't that a joke? I don't know what we're called. Opinions. Everyone's got one. Think about all the opinions you have about whether today's weather is convenient, about what liberals and conservatives believe, about whether so-and-so's remarks is rude or not, about whether you're successful or not, and on and on. We're constantly looking at the world around us and putting our opinions on top of it. Oh, I like this one. I'm guilty of this as well. And our opinion is often shaped by dogma, religious or cultural, entitlements, expectations, and in some cases, ignorance. No wonder we feel upset and angry so often. But what if we let these opinions go? Let's try weeding, cutting, or knocking out. Oh, it explains what weeding means. Let's try weeding them out of our lives so that things simply are. Not good or bad. Not colored with opinion or judgment. Just are. Ooh. I'm going to take that one to heart because I do feel like I could have a lot of opinions on stuff. I mean, it's kind of how you do small talk. It's kind of how the world works, right? You start getting into politics. And it's easy to just give your opinion, you know? But what if you didn't? What if my opinion was wrong? What if what if you just believe things are the way they are, and that's how they ought to be, and that's how they're going to be? I like today's Stoic. It actually made me I was like, I don't really have, there's no way I could even tell you how I really think about this, because I think it really, really hit me. I do talk a lot of shit. What if you just let your opinions go? I like that. Especially politics, man. Politics are getting out of hand. And it's so, obviously it's an election year. It's election year for the states. Now we're having a federal election. We just had a provincial election. So everybody's talking about it, right? The media, the social media, everybody's up in arms about politics. And if you vote for this guy, you're evil. And it's like, bro, listen. Politics are bullshit, bro. See? How do you not give your opinion? How do you just let it be? And those are the things, right? So I wonder how you would actually, be less opinionative. I think if we haven't already covered it, I'm sure we've had at least one or two meditations on it, but it's like, you don't have to have an opinion on everything. You don't have to comment on everything. You don't have to talk politics if you don't want to. You don't have to, right? A lot of times people do that so that they feel like they know stuff, or they, I think, we've had meditations on this before, but for me, it's like, well, I do know a little bit about a lot. I don't know a lot about a lot, but I know a little bit about a lot. And I like to be able to have conversations about a wide variety of things. But, you don't have to have an opinion on everything. You don't have to be involved in everything. Only deal with what concerns you and what's in your control. I like that. Oh, today's Stoic got me thinking, bro. I'm going to think about it. But be less opinionated and be less, I guess, especially too when you're thinking about yourself, when it says, your opinion, whether you think it's good or bad or good or evil, that's just your opinion. What if you didn't put a label on it? Oh, my life is fucked because of the economy. I mean, I could say that. I have said that. I've been pissed off about, the cost of living in my city for some time. But also, I've made a lot of fucked up choices that put me right where I'm at. Right? Like, yes, the cost of living is ridiculous. But I also, have 3 broken families behind me. There comes a point where that's going to be very difficult to manage. Child support and trying to figure out how to live. And regardless of what happened in those situations, that's my life. My choices put me here. I have to deal with it. So I could be like, well, the reason I'm staying at my mom's is because the cost of living is too high. Or it could be because I made a lot of fucked up decisions. And actually, in the last 2 years before this, I made a lot of fucked up decisions with doing drugs, and it didn't help my mental state at all. And I didn't do any progressing in that time. That's on me, and that's my fault. I could say, oh, well, my ex is the reason we split up and she ruined my life. Well, no. Right? Relationships don't work out. I played a big part in that. I am part of the reason why we split. I could infer some blame to her. At the end of the day, I made the choices to end up where we were in that way too, right? So if your opinions of my situation, I'm just trying to work through this. The opinions of my situation is I think I have spent a lot of time with my opinion on the wrong side of the fence. I go through moments. I am very accountable, right? I've had these conversations with people I know or whatever. But in this very moment, it's right now I'm like, man, the economy's so fucked up. I can't afford to live. Fucking stupid economy. Fuck the government. That's kind of my opinion right now. That's how I'm thinking about it. The truth of the matter is, I'm a little scared to step out on my own. It is an expensive. I'm at a weird spot financially where it's I won't be able to live much life and have my own place. I'm scared a little bit. Honestly, I've said this before too, I've always, great guy, terrible adult. I'm not great at adulting, right? So there's part of me is I gotta do a lot of adulting, and that's just being about as honest and vulnerable as I can be. I used to hold I still get a little ashamed of some of that shit, being the age I am, and certain things just don't compute well with me, but I'm learning how to deal with it. So what a great lesson from the Stoics. Really opened me up here to my own self and camera. Weird. Definitely gonna make me think. But yeah, you don't always have to have an opinion. You're not only, it doesn't harm you unless you think it's harmed you, right? The economy can't fuck me up if I don't think it's fucking me up. I gotta work harder, I gotta make more money. That's kind of the opinion I should have. I could blame the conservatives or the liberals, like it said in here, or I can just giddy up and get after it. What a great lesson from the Stoics. Love, hope, faith. That is your Daily Stoic for April 18th, 2025. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.